So Jay, do you want to get started with your top 10 favorite in any order? I'm not sure if yours is in order.
Mine's actually is in order.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Take it away, brother.
Okay, so am I doing from 10 to 6, or how are we? Or am I going 10 then you go?
Mine is not necessarily in order. I think we just go based off of your top 10 and
just talk about it out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just do it.
Okay, so I have an honorable mention that I won't talk about it too much, but this is a movie that unfortunately did not do well at the box office, and I think it should have done way better. Is Dungeons and Dragons with the Chris Pine movie.
Yeah,
I've seen it twice, and both times that movie smacks. I just likable cast, fast paced. The action is. It honestly doesn't have any business being as well shot as it is. Some gorgeous one-take shots in that movie. I love Dungeons and Dragons a lot, and I am praying it gets a sequel. But now into my actual top 10. Speaking of action, this is another one that I don't think you've seen, Mission Impossible.
Not seen that.
Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning was originally part 1, but now it's just changed. They changed it to just Dead Reckoning.
Okay.
Not my favorite. It's not quite as good as Fallout. I don't think it reaches the emotional heights as Mission Impossible, the one that came before it. But I love it. And speaking of AI, the movie we talked about earlier, the bad guy in here is AI, but it's done honestly in a very thrilling way.
Ooh, okay.
It's not like the one and only bad guy, but the main entity that they're trying to stop is AI, and it's the way they do it. I don't want to spoil it, but it gets kind of scary. Like, this could so happen if something would leak out like this. And,
I do really need to get through the Mission Impossible movies.
Man.
I'm meant to. Yeah.
You really do. They're not all bangers, but like once they get to 5, Rogue Nation, it's all uphill from there. That's number 10. Mission Impossible number 10. At number 9, I have Barbie.
Ooh.
The Margot Robbie, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, Greta Gerwig movie.
Loved it.
Love this movie, bro. Yeah. Like I really do. Even though some of the themes don't emotionally hit me as hard as some other people. It's still hilarious. It's very smartly written. Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie is great too, but you really think of Ken that entire movie.
It's true.
Like Ryan Gosling is.
He killed it.
He really does kill it, man.
Hell
and
yeah.
I've seen it multiple times, and I love that movie. Coming in at let's see if I can count 8. Yeah, number 8 is Rye Lane. This is a romantic comedy. I think very underrated gem of last year on Hulu.
What's it called?
Rye Lane.
I have not seen that.
That dropped. We had kind of briefly talked about when I watched it last year, but it actually stars, one of the stars is our boy that we just saw in Alien Romulus, Andy, David Johnston, which is why I was excited for him in this movie because he's so good in Rye Lane.
Oh, okay.
And just to give you a quick basic premise, it's a very easy watch. I think it's like an hour and a half. 2 people, David Johnston and the main female lead, who I do not want to butcher her name, but she plays Yaz. I don't want to butcher her actual name, but the character's name is Yaz.
Okay.
They break up. No, not they break up, but they have separate breakups on the same day, and they happen to meet that day, and the romantic comedy ensues, and it's very, very much worth the watch. And at my 7th spot, I have Ben Affleck's movie last year, Air. Ooh. With Matt Damon. Have you seen that yet?
Dude, our top 10s are so different because we both watched like completely different
movies
movies
last
year.
which is actually kind of cool. I want to see your top 10 then. But Air is...
I missed Air, but
Air's
I wanted
fantastic.
to watch it.
It's Ben Affleck. He's such a good director. It's funny. It's very nice to see Chris Tucker's in it in a very funny role. It's great to see him being hilarious in it. It doesn't break the mold of biopics, but it does every aspect of biopics so good.
Okay.
That like it makes it for a really, really good watch.
New, but it's doing it well.
No, yeah, doing it very well. I do like how they handle the Michael Jordan entity of it. I won't spoil it, but I like how they handle that.
Okay.
Coming in at 6, sorry. Right outside of my top 5 is John Wick 4.
Ooh.
The best of the John Wicks. Have you seen this?
I have not.
John Wick 4. I know you've seen a few of them.
I think I've seen the first 2.
First 2. Okay. So 3 and 4 is the best.
Really?
To me. Yeah. If you like... Dang. 4 is the most emotional in it. It has my boy Sonato, who I just saw in Shogun. He's in John Wick, and as a great side character, Donnie Yen plays a blind assassin in this, and he's fucking awesome.
Okay.
Like, honestly, like it's so much fun. It's emotional.
I don't know. I just picture Bobby Lee playing an assassin right now. It's not who you're talking about.
that's definitely not
I've been listening to Bad Fred, so that just seems funny.
Now I want to see Bobby Lee play an assassin in the next John Wick.
All right, Bobby Lee, when you watch this podcast, when we blow up,
we get you on that, man. We get you on that, and I won't spoil the ending, but I don't think they should make it John Wick 5. I don't want it.
Well, they're going to.
They're going to because of money.
That money.
That money, and will I be there day one? Yes,
giving him that money.
Giving him that money because it's probably going to be really good. But it's the set pieces are amazing, and I really can go. I love John Wick 4 so much; it's the best one. But now to top 5.
Top 5,
and this is a movie you definitely have, and I am confident is in your top 5.
Most likely.
Poor Things.
Oh,
Poor Things.
Love it.
Love this movie so goddamn much.
Oh my gosh.
Like I've only seen it the one time, bro, but I think about it all of the time. All of the time. Like even most movies that I've seen this year. Like it would probably be in my top 2 this year right now. Top 3.
It's crazy that you probably get Emma Stone's best performance.
Oh yeah.
And then you also get
Mark Ruffalo's best performance. For sure. For sure, because he's almost they have to do completely different things, but he's almost just as good.
Dude,
he's so fucking good in that movie,
he's
bro.
So funny, dude.
He's so funny.
Oh my gosh, the amount of quotes from that man.
Oh, I mean,
ridiculous.
Me, you, and Drew have quoted him a lot. One of my favorite ones is no spoilers, but like when towards the end when he goes find her, he's like, "I'm almost ready to forgive you," and the way he says that line just absolutely kills me. And I really...
It's the delivery, dude.
It's the delivery, man.
For sure.
It is really the delivery.
That's so good.
But my favorite line, I won't go on a list of quotes, but my only other one that I wanted to mention is whenever he's like, "You fucked that guy for hooks, for hands, you did, I know." You whore. And like, oh my God, just see Poor Things if you haven't seen Poor Things.
Like, look at the way he coughs up blood. He has cancer, you fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, he's like, "Look, it's demon blood." He's like, "You have cancer, you dumb fuck." He's like, and he's like, "Oh." Oh. It's, oh my God.
Ow.
What else does he say when they're on the bench and he's just like, "You fucked for money." It's like, "You, a tsunami of destruction ruining my life and for my tiny sins." Oh my God, he's so good in that movie. But coming in at 4 is also a movie you watch. You watched this with us, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Really enjoyed it. I
have such a deep connection to obviously not just the MCU. It's one of the big reasons why I'm a cinephile now. But these characters that James Gunn has created, I am so ridiculously attached to them. I think all of the Guardians movies are really good, honestly, really good to great. And I think Guardians 3 is the best out of the bunch. I really do. Coming out at number 3 is another movie that we saw together, The Holdovers.
Yes.
This movie I can literally wrap up if I can physically wrap up in a blanket with it around me, I would.
Oh my gosh.
It feels so cozy. Like
cozy.
I love this movie so much. Speaking of career best performance, this might be Paul Giamatti. And I'm not gonna pretend like I've seen every single Paul Giamatti movie.
But so many fucking movies.
He's in so many movies, and what I've seen, this is probably his best that I've seen.
I can agree with that.
Like I think this is his best
because he's not a lead in a lot of movies.
He's mostly a character actor.
Yeah,
mostly, and I mean that in a very good. Like he's fantastic.
He's one of the best.
He's one of the best. But right here, he gets the chance to shine, and he doesn't outshine the side cast. Because I don't want to butcher her name, but she was Devon Joy Randolph.
Yeah,
she won as well.
Best supporting actress.
Best supporting actress.
Yeah.
Like Paul Giamatti was nominated, didn't win, but he was nominated. And
she deserved it too. I think she was the best part of that movie. Honestly,
one of the best for sure.
I mean, she had the most moving scenes in my opinion, and she made me feel the most uncomfortable. In the best way.
Dude, that kitchen scene, man.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, watch The Holdovers. If you missed it last year, maybe wait till Christmas time because it is one of the best Christmas movies. Like it's gonna be an annual Christmas
that I've seen in the last handful of years for sure.
In the way that I mean, Christmas is a time of emotions, whether it's good or bad emotions, and The Holdovers captures both of those perfectly in the way that it just makes you really feel the energy of what the season means to just people around the world.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And it deals with a lot of the main two characters deal with a lot of the biggest theme to me is that depression, mental illness, stuff like this doesn't have any kind of play any favors, and like something like that in a situation that they were in can really bring together just complete strangers from opposite ends of the world. 100%. And that's what I feel like the Holdovers did so well, and it makes me cry a lot when I think of it. And speaking of quotes, you were and always will be penis cancer in human form. one of the best quotes of last year. Still, yes. I think about it.
Oh, another one that was just delivered perfectly,
bro, and it just stuck with me. And oh God, I love. Now, top two. I will be honest. These two get flip-flopped very frequently.
And we have to. Okay, we got to preface this. You didn't say this. You have not seen Killers of the Flower Moon.
I have not. There are a few that I'm missing. I'm missing Killers of Flower Moon. And there is a couple more.
You have your list. You didn't see. Well, we'll get into it. We don't gotta.
Okay.
Right now. We'll get into it.
The top two, and again, they flip flop. But I think my personal tie to the character ultimately puts it at number one. At number two is Oppenheimer.
Ooh.
Chris Nolan's Oppenheimer movie. I know we have different opinions on it, and
we do.
But I love this movie.
Yeah.
I never was lost. I've grown to just. I went through his entire filmography last year. I think the big reason why I love Nolan so much is that I love most of the time his form of storytelling. I love how he has time. Like scenes that are out of timeline, like they're some of the events are at some scenes take place.
Jumps back and forth.
Yeah, it jumps back and forth.
Yeah,
and I think he does that the best in Oppenheimer.
Okay,
I think the most effective. I think Cillian Murphy is mesmerizing the whole movie, and it's really a huge ensemble, honestly. I think
crazy cast.
I think everybody in the cast that were supposed to do their job, I thought they did excellently. And I really, really do love Oppenheimer a lot. It made a 3-hour movie about a guy building the atomic bomb. For me, one of the most engaging and thrilling movies of the year last year.
Yeah.
And I've seen in quite some time. But at number one, and I don't know if you have it in your mind right now what the number one is, but
I'm honestly unsure.
It's Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
It's Across the Spider-Verse. I think Spider-Man is my favorite fictional character ever. Not comic book, he's my favorite fictional character ever. And yes, I am specifically talking about Peter Parker, but they do Miles Morales so fucking well in these two Spider-Verse movies.
It's amazing.
And they really deconstruct to the bone the Spider-Man lore Across the Spider-Verse, and I eat it up every time I watch it. I think all of the emotional moments between the family is all genuine, all earned. I think Spider-Gwen is one of the most, I would say honestly, complex characters ever written in a comic book movie. I know that's a stretch, but like she's so good that so many different people have different opinions about her because of the directions they take with her. And I think it's as realistically as it can because they're all Spider-Human and it's a multiverse. I think it's just genuine. I really do feel like it's just genuine. And man, I love it. I know I love both the Spider-Verse movies equally.
They're fantastic.
They are fantastic. And it's the one of the best comic book movies of all time, and I think the best Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah,
ever.
It made my top 10 for sure.
Ooh, nice. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, that is my top 10. So
hell yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse at 1, Oppenheimer at 2, The Holdovers, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Poor Things, John Wick Chapter 4, Air, Rye Lane, Barbie, and Mission Impossible.
Okay.
That's my top 10.
Our lists are really different. I love that.
I figured they would be.
We're like two sides of the same coin. Like as far as our tastes go in movies, like we both see just about everything, but what we like really cherish, I find to be different in many ways. And I love that about us because we both bring like different tastes to the table here. So coming in at 10 for me, and mine are not in order. So I'm actually not even going to say coming in at 10 because I really did not think about the order here. And I'll be completely honest, I sucked last year. I did not see nearly as much as I wanted to. And I'll be honest, I was just so busy with work, with my business. But from what I did see and what's made it here, we'll talk about it. So I've got at the bottom of the list Napoleon, Joaquin Phoenix, Ridley Scott.
Okay, I'm surprised that made your top 10.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is not necessarily an order top 10, and I did not see a ton of movies last year, so that could be the reason it's on here.
That's fair.
Honestly, I could maybe bump it for Guardians, because I probably like them both about the same. I probably had more fun with Guardians, but I really do appreciate Ridley Scott. I appreciate Joaquin Phoenix's performance. I thought, as a whole, it was a big movie, a big story. It didn't necessarily stick with me as much as I wanted it to. It's not one I've often thought or talked about. Not a lot of people really saw it, which is kind of sad.
It bombed pretty hardly.
Yeah. I feel like it deserved more love. I really do. But not sticking on that for too long. Going up to the next one is Studio Ghibli's first release in a long time, The Boy and the Heron.
That's another one I need to see.
Which I think my love for this movie will grow in time. It's definitely a movie you need to see once. Let it blow your expectations. You're going to freak out a little bit, and then you probably see it again and love it more. I have not watched it a second time, but the first viewing, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I remember you were like, I don't know if I love it, but I'm going to think about it a lot.
I did. I thought
like,
about it.
I remember you said
for
that specifically.
Days. I listened to podcasts, every explanation video I could find. Honestly, it's not a movie meant to be explained. It's just a movie meant to be felt. Oh. And it's a very powerful visual
Damn,
film.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bars.
I'm
that was bars, bro.
So moving up to number 8 is The Zone of Interest.
I need to see that.
Which is a movie I don't ever want to watch again.
That's what I hear.
It's meant to get under your skin. It is literally designed to make you feel sick. And it wants you to really, really think about what it was like to live right next to a concentration camp in Nazi Germany. And it makes you feel that way.
That premise alone.
I believe it won best sound editing. The film it's like a family drama almost that takes place right outside of a concentration camp. So the entire movie, you hear just the sounds of horror going on, like the slightest screams in the background, the slightest moaning and groaning. You hear the people working in the background. It was a film made probably unlike any other movie that's ever been made before, because they had an entire cast of extras and crew basically simulating this concentration camp just to produce the sound for the actual forefront of the film that takes place at this house outside of the
fucking
camp.
Dark.
It is fucking dark, and you really feel that that ominous vibe throughout the movie, and it is quite sickening. And yeah, I mean, it's not an enjoyable film at all, but it's a film that, you watch with respect for the time and just the horror of that time, and it's sad. After that, I do have Oppenheimer, which I know may be a surprise to you.
I am surprised.
Because I did not come out of that movie really enjoying it. It's the one I need to see again. It's one I really need to watch again.
I got the 4K, bro. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I think it was one that I had a certain level of expectations for, and it did not catch me at the right time, I think. But with the amount of reception it's had and love, I really want to give it a second chance. I mean, I do appreciate Nolan. He's not my favorite. I don't love the guy, but I have enjoyed his work for a long time now. And considering Cillian Murphy, I do agree. Even on the first watch, he was fantastic. And basically the whole cast, Robert Downey Jr., incredible.
Earned their Oscars, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I do want to give that another try. After that, I have Barbie. We don't have to talk too much about. Enjoyable movie.
Very much so.
After that, I have Spider-Man Across the Universe.
Hell yeah.
Gosh.
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, sorry.
No,
super fun movie. I mean, I'm not a huge Marvel guy. I'm not a huge MCU person, but I do watch the Spider-Man movies, and in my opinion, those are the two best Spider-Man movies ever made.
I agree.
So, they're just a ton of fun. I think that anybody can enjoy them. You don't have to be a Marvel or superhero fan to.
They're just good movies.
Yeah, they're just great.
They're really just great stories.
Great soundtracks. A lot of fun. After that, I have, and this is about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is number 6. Number 6 is, I think this is longer than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Yeah, actually, I've been just listing movies here. I didn't even do 10.
That's hilarious.
So if we're doing 10, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Napoleon and Boy and Heron would have been actually cut off of this list.
Wouldn't have made the cut?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that being said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We can
So
count,
number
folks. I
6.
promise. We both can.
I'm counting the wrong way. It should be 10, 9, 8. But number 6 is Anatomy of a Fall.
Ooh.
Yeah, which was a powerful movie. I'll just say that. It's another real slow burn. It's basically about this wife whose husband dies. The entire movie is an investigation to find out whether he killed himself or she killed him. And the whole movie, she's basically on trial. And they have a son who is a big part of the storyline. And yeah, I don't want to talk about too much about it because the general synopsis is basically the whole movie. And so if you really talk about it too much, you kind of start getting into spoiler territory. But it's a great character study for the main actress. She was actually the main actor in that, or the main actress in that was also the main actress in Zone of Interest. So she had a big year last year.
Oh, wow. Good for her.
Yeah, and she was fantastic in both films. Really, really. She really blew my mind. I wish I had her name right now. So the main actress's name is Sandra Huller. And again, she is fantastic. Anatomy of a Fall, great movie. Check it out. And yeah, so again, I guess the one thing to say that it's not a spoiler is that their son is blind.
Oh, okay.
So that plays a big part of the movie. As far as, he obviously didn't see anything.
Of course not.
So,
No, but he's the one that's...
sense. But he's the witness. He's the star witness of the case.
Man, that kind of sounds like aspects of Primal Fear, aspects of 12 Angry Men, kind of like in a way. That sounds kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah. Moving up from there is a movie I think we saw together, American Fiction, which I'm surprised didn't make your list.
No, I never saw American Fiction. You didn't see that with me. Mm-mm.
Who did I think I saw with Andrew then?
You might, yeah, because that's one that I missed. I did not see American Fiction. Unfortunately, I didn't because it was nominated for a bunch of stuff, including Jeffrey Wright's performance as the main character. Yeah,
Jeffrey Wright is fantastic in that movie, and also Sterling K. Brown. Honestly, Sterling K. Brown is probably my favorite. He was amazing.
Did he win? No, Robert Downey Jr. won.
Yeah. But Sterling K. Brown, Jeffrey Wright play two brothers, and basically Jeffrey Wright's character Monk is writing black literature. Very, very heavy stuff, and it's not selling well. He's not really making money, and he's not getting the recognition he deserves. So, but the books that are blowing up are just like basically propaganda pieces. So he basically goes under a what is that, like a pen name? Like not his official name.
Oh, like an alias.
He writes under an alias, and he writes basically the most racist book he can possibly think of.
Really? I did not know that was a premise.
Essentially, that's what it is. He writes a book about a gangster living the hardcore, hard-boiled drug life on the streets, talking in the craziest slang he can come up with, and it goes insanely popular. The name of the book is literally Fuck. Like, he makes it as just hardcorely stupid and racist and obscene as possible, and it becomes like the book of the year. And it's him dealing with the repercussions of that decision. And it's so good. You should watch. It's hilarious. It's moving. It made me cry.
I was about to ask the tone just to get a feel of the tone for it.
It's a drama, but it's got some comedy in there.
Okay.
It honestly, I would say dramedy for sure.
Sounds like right up my alley.
I think you'd love it, bro.
It sounds right up my alley.
After that is one of my favorite directors of all time, Wes Anderson's Asteroid City.
That just made that's probably would be like 14 for me.
I love that movie. I watched it 2 times already, and it's just so much fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It's hilarious. I think it's so witty. I think that I just love Wes Anderson. He just has a sweet spot for me. It's hard for me not to like anything he does.
You love his style?
I really do. I love his style, and that one is it's just funny, man. I love the kid, the ensemble kid cast they kind of got going there. All his movies have just the most amazing cast lists, and I really loved Scarlett Johansson.
She was great in it. Her and Ben Schwartzman. Schwartzman, they were fantastic leads. They were so great.
Yeah. So that's a fantastic one. After that, third, I've got Killers of the Flower Moon, which I still can't believe you haven't seen, Jordan.
I blame it on the 3.5 hour run.
So hard.
I know, but blame it on the 3.5 hour run.
I've seen it twice, Jordan. There's no excuse.
It's still. I know I need to see it.
Scorsese was the essence of our friendship. and you haven't watched it.
He's guilt tripping.
You hurt my feelings.
He saved that line specifically for this for this podcast, and you know what? It's working. it's working.
Now, Killers of the Flower Moon is a difficult film because it's again not a movie like Zone of Interest. It's not one you're really going to enjoy all that much.
So I don't think I've ever told you I use the 3.5 hour thing as but the main reason why is because I really did not like silence. Like I respect silence. I'm so.
I would say this is not as far into the Passion Project era of.
It's not because that's the vibe I got from it, and I was like,
it's a good healthy mix because it is a gangster film,
which the trailers are fantastic.
It's a gangster film, but it is also a bit of the more of a passion project for him as far as like he wants to really talk about what happened here. It's a very, very close to Scorsese's heart. The what went down in this story, which we don't want to talk about for spoilers if you haven't seen it. It's still a relatively new film. It's amazing. 10 out of 10, guys. If you like Scorsese, if you like Goodfellas, if you like Raging Bull, this is a movie you have to see.
Also flopped, and I didn't even see it, and that makes me sad. I don't like when Martin Scorsese movies flop. So that makes me sad.
Yeah, for sure. It shouldn't have, but it's just the kind of time we live in, man. You know?
Yeah, and it's Apple TV. I think it was just like Napoleon, and I don't know. I feel like it was marketed pretty well.
Yeah, the trailers are fantastic.
Yeah, the trailers are fantastic. I saw the trailers a lot before the movie, and
that movie has, Emma Stone in Poor Things is my favorite of the year, but literally tied with Emma Stone is
Lily Gladstone.
Everybody
says she's almost just as good as Emma Stone.
She's the best part of the movie for Killers. Yeah, she plays Leo's wife. And she brought such a fresh performance to the table, and it was really captivating, and just it hits you in the feels. And 2 and 1 were both on your list, so I got the Holdovers at 2. We think we said enough about that movie. I love it. And then at 1 we got Poor Things, which is
that's
the most
your number one. I love that.
movie last year. I kind of already want to watch it again. It's just so hilarious. It's got a great message, great themes. And again, the best performance from Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo.
It's just
a must-watch movie.
All around top tier.
Yeah.
From writing, pace, acting, everything.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
I think you got that. Yeah.
He has grown on me so much from watching Killing of the Sacred Deer back in the day and kind of hating it to wanting to rewatch it.
Yeah,
honestly.
I didn't like it. And I have two extreme. I have Killers of the Sacred Deer, and I have Poor Things. I haven't seen The Favorite. I haven't seen The Lobster. So like
Those are the only 2 you've seen.
It's the only, and very much so. And like I really did not enjoy one of them, and I fucking just stupidly adored another one. So
yeah, I think backtracking. I think you'll like The Favorite. Maybe not as much as Poor Things, but The Favorite is in the direction of Poor Things as far as his style. But he's definitely grown on me and on I think just the movie scene in general. And then he quickly released another one this year,
Kinds of Kindness,
which I really want to see. It just wasn't playing locally by us, unfortunately. But that'll definitely be one you'll see a review for soon on the website, guys.
Oh yeah. Well, and as soon as it gets to streaming, I'll plan on watching it. That's one of the ones this year that I haven't seen yet that I'm waiting for streaming.